Hello everyone, welcome to Momma Jo's Kitchen. Okay, I've got another one for you today. I can honestly say I have never tried this one, but I have been wanting to for quite some time. And let me tell you where I got this from. I tore it out of a little magazine of some sort, and I looked on both sides to try to figure out, because sometimes they'll put the name you know, on the paper somewhere, you know, of the company, but I couldn't find it. It says Best Ever Chicken. I've had this quite some time, and it says crisp oven fried chicken. So I googled it, and it looks like it's a Pillsbury a recipe, or somebody submitted it to Pillsbury. So, but what we're using is they have Hungry Jack mashed potato flakes, and I went to the store and I didn't buy Hungry Jack, but I did see this was a family size Idahoan butter and herb mashed potatoes. So this is going to be the coating for our chicken. And it said you need, let's see, 1.5 cups. Well, there is 8 servings, 1/4 cup. So I think that makes about 2 cups here. So I thought about using all of it. And I might still, you know, because what's the good of having just 1/2 cup left in there? So I think I might use all that up. And it says you want to use 3 to 3.5 pounds of cut up frying chicken, skin removed if desired. Well, I'm going to leave the skin on. I've got bone-in thighs right here, and this is almost 5 pounds. So I think, you know, I'm going to go with the route of using all these potatoes if I can for a coating. And I will leave the link for the Pillsbury website if you all want to go and get like precise measurements, especially since I'm changing it up a little because of how many pieces I'm doing here. Now, it says bake at 400 for 55 to 60 minutes until chicken is fork tender and the juices run clear. And you want to place the chicken so that the skin side is up in a sprayed pan. So what I've done is I've lined a baking sheet with aluminum foil, and this is optional, but I'm going to use the baking rack. That way it's not going to set down in the juices, and the juices can go down into the pan. That's just what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to put this back up here. I've already have my oven's already preheated to 400 degrees. And they said 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water. So because I have extra chicken, I actually put 2 eggs in here, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of water. And this is what we will dip the chicken pieces in before we dip them into the dry mix. So I'm just going to set this here. And I have hot, soapy bleach water. Anytime I deal with raw chicken, I get me a rag, and I always wipe my surfaces down and everything afterwards when I come in contact with raw chicken. Okay, so you're going to need, now this can also be done in a Ziploc, like a large gallon Ziploc bag if you wish. I'm going to mix the dry ingredients in this bowl, and then this kind of reminds me, I bought this at Walmart, I want to say about a year ago, because I was looking for something to put like cold desserts in, something you don't have to bake, or you know, you go somewhere you need something like this. So it kind of reminds me of like a shake and bake, because it has a lid and a bottom. So I'm going to mix up my dry ingredients, well, semi-dry ingredients, because I have butter. That's another thing you'll need. 4 tablespoons. I might have almost 5 tablespoons melted in the microwave, because that goes in with your Instant Flakes. So I will be putting them in this container right here after I get them mixed up, and then I'm going to put my chicken pieces in there and try to do like a shake type thing. Okay, so in this bowl I'm just going to dump them all in. And again, this is a family size pack. You know, they make all kinds of different flavors out there too. I think I saw sour cream and onion, and they have the cheddar, but I don't know how that would work with the chicken, because we got to season this now. It calls for 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, so I'm using Lowry's seasoned salt. And this one is 25% less sodium. 1 teaspoon. And then it says 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. I don't know when I'll get tomorrow's video uploaded, but just to give you a heads up, I'm going over to my daughter-in-law's house. She every year wants to make this wonderful layered, well, I don't want to say the name of it because you can't find it even if you Googled it, because I've already tried to Google it. And I've been making this for many, many years. Back in the, I want to say, it could have been the 90s, could have been early 2000s, back when Jell-O used to make the molds. I actually found it in Food Lion. It was one of them special things where if you bought Jell-O, you got the mold to go with it. And I make it every year, and everybody really loves it. So I'm going over to her house, and I'm probably going to video that at her house, because she wants to make it every year. And I've shown her numerous times how to make it, and I know she can make it herself, but, you know, maybe she just enjoys, you know, having her mother-in-law with her to, you know, kind of guide her. And I'm taking all the stuff over there, and we'll film that, and it'll probably get uploaded later. You might not see the end result. You'll probably get to see how we put it all together, because it has to go in the refrigerator and it needs time to set up. But I'm telling you, it's a keeper. It's something that once you make it, you know, you taste it. If you love it, you'll want it every year. Trust me. So back to here. Sorry, I went a little off topic. Okay, so we got a couple more ingredients. Let's see. We added the seasoned salt. We added the paprika. Now we need, I think it's a fourth of garlic powder. Now these are just suggested amounts. You could add more or less, depending on your taste. And we want a 1/4 of black pepper. All right, I'm going to take my whisk. Just whisk my dry ingredients here together. I know the countdown to Christmas is well on its way, and I kind of had a little bump in my schedule this week, but I think it's going to be okay. We had a really good friend that passed away, and his wife, you know, she's grieving right now, and she's now alone. She's a much older lady, and I'm going to be making some kind of food Thursday to take to her. So I might, you know, because usually I've been doing like a cooking, and then I try to do a Christmas, and then I go and do a cooking video. So today is what, Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Not over, is it Tuesday? I think, yeah, today's Tuesday. Because tomorrow I'm going over to my daughter-in-law's to make the Jello dessert. And then Thursday I will be probably making beef vegetable soup from scratch, homemade. And take that over to her house. So I really wasn't planning on doing that, but you know, life happens, things happen. So, okay, back to our dessert here. Not our dessert. Back here to our chicken. Okay, so we've mixed all these together. It says add the margarine and mix well. So let me get us. I don't know if I want to mix that with a whisk. So it says to pour this into the dry ingredients. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So it's still going to be kind of loose, but it kind of reminds me of like when you're going to do crackers with, and you put the butter in it for on top of something. See, it's still loose. Okay, that's our coating. So, my thought process, like I said, you could do this in a gallon Ziploc baggie too. I'm going to put it in here. I thought about mixing it in here, but I didn't think it would mix very well in this big old container. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Okay, we got our chicken here. I'm trying to find a way I can, so we have all this in order. Maybe I'll move my rack over here where you all can see it. On this side. Okay, there's the chicken. Alright, this part is going to be pretty simple, I think. Let's see. I was going to say, I hope that my chicken was thawed out enough. Seems like it might be still a little bit slightly frozen. So I'm going to take that in consideration when I'm baking it too. Just breaking them apart. These on the end are definitely thawed. Okay, so you put it in the egg first. So I'm coating it in the egg really well. And then I'm going to drip some of this part off. So I think what I'll do is do like 4 pieces and then do another 4 pieces. Okay, rolling it over, make sure I'm getting egg over the whole thing. Okay. Go in with this piece. Make sure I got some, make sure you get egg over as much of the surface as you can. Okay. Now I'm going to have to hold this container really well. Actually, you know what, I'm going to sprinkle some here onto the top since that's all on the bottom there. Okay, I'm going to put this lid on it, make sure it's on there really good. Just shake, shake, shake. I might have a mess to clean, I don't know. I'm going to turn it over. So I know I'm getting some of that coating all over. All right, we're going to see. Okay, I'm knocking some of this excess out. Huh. It looks pretty good, folks. I'm going to have a little bit of a mess to clean, but I think that's all right. Now I'm just kind of, look at that. Can you all see that? And I'm going to try to be able to fit all these on here. Wow, kind of impressed. Let's hope I've got just enough. Okay, I'm just going to move this over here out of the way for a second. And I'll go ahead and do these last four. I'm trying to drip off some of that excess. So I actually have 9 pieces of chicken, surprisingly. I think, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. I think it was good that I went with 2 eggs. Is everybody almost ready for Christmas? Are you one of those that, are you a last minute shopper or are you pretty much ready? I kind of shop all year round myself, but there's always something last minute I feel like I have to run out and get. Do you all feel that way? I think this one last piece here, since I've got 5, is going to be a close one on, yeah, I'm even actually going to have some egg left over in here. But I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay. And let me see if I can squeeze her in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip these pieces over because they're already sitting in some of that coating, to kind of give them a head start. Okay. All right. Here we go. Give her a whirl. Okay, turn her upside down. I think I'm going to have enough. I can hear some in there moving around yet. Like I said, if you don't have one of these big containers, try it in a big Ziploc bag. All right, let's hope for the best. Okay, it coated. I wouldn't say it coated it quite as well. So what I'm going to do, you know, I mean, it's coated, but not, maybe quite not as much as the first batch. But there's still plenty in here, but it's, So I'm going to take my hands, they're clean, and I've got bleach water. And like this piece here, I'm just going to dab it in some of this that I see sitting around. Try to make sure we get a good coverage. And maybe it's not going to stick. Or take your hands and press it on there. There we go. Okay, that's going to be a tight fit on that pan because of that one extra piece. Now I'm going to try to make it work, folks. I'm moving this one over a little bit. Now I'm taking some of that topping. See how I'm just like pressing it on there? Okay. Okay, I see some back here in the back. I'm just going to take some of this loose topping and just pat it on with my hands. Hopefully it'll adhere to it better. I mean, there's no need in wasting it if we don't have to. I'm anxious to see how this one's going to turn out. Let me get my hands in the bleach water here. Alright, I'm going to bring you all down so you can get a closer look. And we're going to get this in the oven. And like I said, I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but it's probably going to be in there an hour. Right back. Okay, as you can see, these are the first 4 pieces I did. They coated really well. These are the 5 extra pieces, and you can see there's a couple little places that didn't cover too well. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. I'm going to get these in the oven, and I'm going to bake them for about an hour. It says 55 to 60 minutes, so we'll see what it looks like, and I'll bring you guys back. Michael will give you a taste test. Thanks for watching.
How you doing, YouTube? Here to taste test the crisp oven fried chicken. Crispy. Meat's very tender. I like the skin. I mean, that's as close as you're going to get to real fried chicken. Very good. 2 thumbs up. Flavorful. I mean, it's like biting into fried chicken. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all Momma Jo's videos. Get some more goodness. Thank you. Night.